Welcome to Pathways to Intimacy. I'm Dr. Bloodgood, and today I want to continue our discussion of how to set goals for the sexual intimacy in your relationship. We've talked in the last two videos about some of the reasons that people give as to why they don't want to try to set a goal. The first one being they're concerned that it will be embarrassing, or it will end up being critical or judgmental, or in some way it will be negative. And that does not have to be the case. You can make a firm commitment to looking forward, not to the past, not to sit in any kind of judgment of anything between you and your partner. Simply look towards the future of how you want your relationship to be. The second reason is that many couples say that, well, at least one person in the couple says, we don't need to set any goals for sexual intimacy in our relationship. It's fine. It's even great. There's no reason for us to talk about it. Well, the first thing I do when that happens is I look at the person's partner to see whether or not they appear to be on the same page with that assessment. And I suggest to you right now, ask yourself, do I know exactly how my partner feels about our sex life? Am I certain of what their expectation, of what their response is, of how they would describe their sex life? Because it's important that there be an understanding between the two of you. Now, the third reason, which we're going to talk about today, is the concern that if we set a plan, if we have a goal, if we have some structured way of going about this, it's going to remove all the spontaneity and excitement from our sex life. Well, take a look at our lives today, all of us. Our lives are just a constant barrage of responsibility and tasks. We have job stress, we have financial issues, we have families to take care of, whether it's children or extended family members. We have social lives to live, we have homes to maintain. It just goes on, and it's fortunate if you're a couple that even finds time for spontaneous sexual intimacy. I know a lot of people say, I don't understand why we have to work at this. It should be easy. I want it to be the way it was. Can it be like it was in the beginning? And of course the answer to that is no, it can't. Things have changed. But it doesn't mean that your sex life can't be more satisfying physically and emotionally. It doesn't mean that it can be more reflective of the love and the understanding that has grown up between you in the time that you've been together. If you want it to be more sexually exciting, if you want it to be more adventurous, well, that's a goal that you can both commit to as long as you have a plan for creating it. Now, some people use Pathways to Intimacy. That's a course that helps people to plan and to structure and find a direction to achieve the kind of goals that they want for their sexual intimacy. But whatever the goals are that you set for your sexual intimacy, I hope that it will be more than just things like, well, I want more frequency, or I want new ways of initiating sex. I want new places, new positions, new techniques. Those things are all important, but it's also important that you think in terms of what are my goals for my sex life and how it's going to influence the love that we have for each other. How is it going to strengthen our commitment, our relationship? How do you want it to impact your feelings and your partner's feelings of self-worth and respect and being desired by your partner? That's so important. So think about it carefully, but make sure that your conversation about setting goals doesn't begin with, how can we make our sex life better? Because that has a real negative connotation to it, doesn't it? Yeah, I suggest that you start with something like, our sexual life together is really important to both of us, and let's talk about how we can make sure that it continues and becomes even richer and more fulfilling in all the years that lie ahead of us. Well, thank you all for watching today. Those of us here at Pathways to Intimacy appreciate it, and I'm going to look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks.